Alright, what's up guys? So originally this was going to be a full suspension mods video. I was going to pair up some footage that I had previously done in the summer where I installed a front strut tower bar. But what we're going to do today, I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. What we're going to do today is I have the car all jacked up right now on the ramps, got the wheel chocks going on, and what we're going to do is I got the part right over here in the back. Let me show you guys. Oh, wait a minute. Gotta unlock the car. Alright, so what I got for us today is a WRX, or a stock WRX 2015 rear sway bar. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I can't get this thing out. Let me grab it with this arm. Oh, damn it. Sucks having a narrow driveway. This comes from Quirk Parts. Shout out to Quirk Parts. Their delivery is awesome. So again, like I mentioned, we have everything jacked up over here, and I'm going to show you guys the stock sway bar. I don't know if you can see it right over there. This black bar running across over here. So that's what we're going to replace. So the stock one is 16 millimeters, and the WRX one is 20. So that's what we're going to replace today. So real quick, let me just show you guys the front tower bar. You guys might have seen this in my last video where I did an oil change. I didn't really mention it at all. So this is a Cusco front strut tower bar, right? And I forget how much it was. I'm gonna provide a link in the description so you guys can see how much it was for yourselves. But the install was actually quite a pain in the ass because there's this plastic trim over here, right? And this plastic trim was much lower, so anytime I tried to wedge the bar underneath here, it said it's a stock piece. Maybe it fits the Japanese model better, but this made contact, so it's just a plastic piece that kind of came over it. So what I did is I took a box cutter and I just kind of cut it to give it a little bit more clearance. So it looks a bit sloppy if you look really closely, but from far away you really can't tell anything. And the bar is like really good quality. I made sure to tighten it up and kind of marked off over here with a marker to make sure that it didn't loosen up. This was done about what, like 5 or 6 months ago, something like that, and it's held up really well. I tightened it up enough to where you know, it's not going to slip or anything. And honestly, I haven't noticed any dramatic increases in you know, grip or cornering, things like that. But I know that for front tower bars, like, you don't really get too much out of it, other than if you're going to be engaging like really hard cornering. So that's that basically covers that. But what I want to see if we can add to that that rigidity, add a little bit of rigidity to the car with the rear sway bar. And I know that this is a very popular mod. A lot of people do it on their Forester XTs, the rear sway bar. So let's get a start on that. Alright folks, here we have it, 2015 WRX rear sway bar. You guys can see this over here. Alright, here's the part number as well. Hold on, let me see if you can see that. There's the part number, right? Genuine Subaru part. Put it down right over here, and these are the rubber bushings. So you got 2 of them, one for each side. You do have to use, well, I don't know if you have to use new rubber bushings, but I'm sure it helps. I don't know if you can fully see that right over there. Yep. So these are 2 bushings, and that is our sway bar. So let's see how it's gonna look. Let me get lower. How it's gonna look on the car. And one more thing. Oh yeah, the struggle of not having a real creeper. I have to use this like one single dolly. All right, we're gonna spray on a little bit of WD-40 here. Loosen up the nut. And I have a 12 millimeter here, but it doesn't seem to exactly fit. I tried the 11 and it's too small, so I guess it's like somewhere in between. Alright, so I'm just going to break those loose a little bit. So that one loosened up really nicely. Let's do the same thing on the top one. I don't really know how much I need this WD-40, but it does help. Let me see. Let me break this loose. There we go. Alright, moving on to the other side. Jesus, I'm falling on this freaking dolly. I gotta pull for this one. God damn it, keep rolling around. There we go. Sweet. Alright, top one. One more time. So what I'm doing is I'm not completely taking them off. just gonna loosen them, and then I need to do the what's it called? The M-link bolts. All right, so note to self: definitely have to invest in some metric tools. I think the lens is all fogged up. I don't know if you guys could see this, but definitely need to invest in some metric tools. But I was able to undo this bolt, so right over here, and now I got everything loosened up. And yeah, I'm gonna whip out this whole sway bar and take it out, and then I'm gonna bring in the new one. Finally. Shit. Alright, quick side-by-side comparison right over here. So we see the top one is the WRX one, the bottom one's the Forester one. So you can see the size difference. Maybe I'll put it a little bit closer together like that. Yeah, so it is a bit thicker. It is a bit thicker, WRX one. And I think it's going to perform a lot better. So I just got to get the bushings on in the same spot over here, and then I can install it. Alright, boys and girls, so just about done with this. I tightened everything down. I didn't really tighten everything to spec. Here, let me see if you guys can see that. I didn't really tighten everything to spec, but here we got the brackets on. I love the fact that I could still use the stock brackets on this. So those are all tightened up. Make sure that you have the sway bar sticking upward. So you see how it's bending up towards the bottom of the car rather than towards the exhaust? So it's got to be bending upwards like this. So have it bending upwards so you have that clearance so it doesn't make contact with the exhaust. And then same thing goes for this side. Yeah, so I pretty much torqued everything up to where it's like very snug. And I also put a little bit of what's called thread locker on it, or Loctite, whatever you want to call this. A little bit of Loctite on this. I use the red one, but I use very little. I know most people are using like the medium strength one. But everything looks pretty snug, pretty centered too. If I look straight up over here, everything looks pretty straight. I'm gonna give it a quick test. Just pull it a little bit. Yeah, that thing's not going anywhere. So it's good to go over here. What I want to show you guys now, I did a little bit of a before and after. The quality isn't that great because it was shot in the dark in one of the shots, but I'm going to do a little bit of a before and after so you guys can see the amount of body roll with the stock sway bar as opposed to this one over here, the WRX one.